The quote speaks to the immense strength that unity brings. When two people are truly united in heart and purpose, their combined strength is like a sharp sword capable of cutting through metal. It emphasizes how deep cooperation and shared intent can overcome even the hardest obstacles. This idea comes from the I Ching, Book of Changes, an ancient Chinese text that blends philosophy, strategy, and divination. The core message is that harmony between individuals multiplies power, and such unity can counter any adversity. The Bridge of Silent Stones. In a land where the sky kissed the peaks and rivers carved stories into stone, there lived two men, Oren and Kale. Oren was a sculptor who could bring emotion to marble, while Kale was an engineer who spoke in equations and built bridges that defied the winds. Though they lived in the same village, they had never spoken, believing their crafts too different to find common ground. One season, the rains came early, wild, and merciless. The only bridge connecting the village to the outer world collapsed, and soon, the people found themselves isolated. The harvest failed. Medicine could not arrive. The elderly grew ill, and the children asked questions no one could answer. The village council called upon Oren and Kale, the only two with the skills that might rebuild the bridge. When they met, the silence between them was heavy. Oren saw Kale as cold and rigid. Kale saw Oren as dream-drowned and impractical. They agreed to rebuild, but only because there was no other choice. For days, they worked in silence. Oren shaped stones that were beautiful but fragile. Kale designed supports that were strong but soulless. Their efforts failed, again and again. Each blamed the other in silence. Frustration turned into contempt, and contempt into despair. One night, as the full moon watched, an old woman came to them. Her name was Alara. She had once been a weaver, now forgotten by time. She handed them a broken spindle and said, "It spins no thread alone. Only when two hands pull together does the fabric take form." They said nothing, but that night changed something. Oren began asking questions. Not about structure, but about function. Kale began watching. Not the plans, but the curves Oren carved into stone. They started listening, not just to each other, but to the silence between words. Stone by stone, word by word, the bridge began to rise. They designed a structure that was both strong and beautiful. Kale adjusted his calculations to follow the rhythm of Oren's artistry. Oren shaped his vision to cradle Kale's geometry. Kale. The villagers watched with awe. The bridge became more than a path. It became a testament to what happens when hearts align. When it was finished, the first person to cross was Alara. She walked slowly across the bridge of silent stones and turned to the two men. "It is not just your hands that built this," she said. "It was your minds meeting and your egos stepping aside." Years passed. The bridge stood firm against storms, time, and the weight of countless footsteps. Travelers would ask who built it, and the villagers would say, "Two men who found strength not in their skills, but in their unity." And thus, the village learned what the old books had said all along. When two walk as one, even the unbreakable may break, and even the impossible may stand.